In this video, I want to talk a little bit about clearing my throat. Ooh, that sounds way better. In this video, I want to talk about INFPs and procrastination, why that's coming about, and what you can do to solve it. What's up, legend? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology, helping you find your true character and level it up so you can play life better. I'm an INFP. I've struggled with procrastination for a long time, and every once in a while it does creep up, but usually it doesn't. And I want to tell you how I got to an understanding of myself that helped solve that issue. Helped me transform the aspects of myself into something that is more beneficial and more helpful to serve myself and to serve the people that I want to serve. Because, deep down it's about creating a situation that's better, not just for you, but for everybody. This is a way of replicating an emotion within yourself so much that you become so bonded with it that it kind of expands out into the universe. And maybe if you're an INFP, you know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm just talking nonsense, but I don't think so. It's about finding that core, deep state or emotion or feeling or whatever it is, conviction, your values that are so important to you that you are going to endlessly pursue them. And if you tie that to other people, it makes it way more effective. So let's talk a little bit about what the INFP is. And I'm going to go into a little bit of the theory. If you don't know it, well, this is going to be new to you. If you do know it, this might give you a different perspective on it, because I personify each of the different parts within the cognitive functions, within the personality type, because that works better for me and it helps me understand things, and it helped me get past some depression and some just not sure of what I should do with my life type situations. You have 4 characters, okay? You have your hero, which is the protagonist of the story. This is introverted feeling. This is the resonating empath, okay? This is the character within you that is about conviction, about your values, about your conscience, about emotional replication in other people. And it's the leader of your ship. It's the leader of the crew. It's the main member that is making the decisions for where to go. The problem is it's a very kinesthetic character. You have to feel through it. It's not a logical, this is the best choice because these are the metrics, this is the data, let's go. It's what makes me expand as a person, what makes me feel a certain way. And finding a way to connect with that more intentionally, more consciously, takes time. But if you track it, like everything else, you get better at it. And so this character has these deep felt emotional convictions and goals that it's pursuing. The issue is we don't really know which ones to pursue, because we put ourselves in all these different mental contexts, imaginational, ideational contexts, that we see what could happen, and then we kind of get bored of it. And this is coming to our auxiliary function, the mentor within our story, the one that's helping us bridge the gap from order to chaos in a good way. Because within every story, that's part of the cycle. You go from order, from the standard world, you take a leap of faith, or you leave the Shire, or whatever it is, you go into chaos, you learn a bunch of skills, you lose some aspect of yourself, and then you come back around and you have that gift that you can share, the elixir to share with other people, and you start the journey again. The auxiliary function for us, extroverted intuition, this innovating explorer, kind of wild, squirrely type character, is versed in the world of chaos, in the outer world, in the other orientation to life. We spend a lot of time in the introverted realm, going out there and doing things and appreciating emergence, and what happens is a key to being better with dealing with procrastination, because it's not afraid. It's not afraid of anything happening. It wants to take more actions, wants to see what happens. And a lot of procrastination comes from the task seeming too big or seeming scary, or we're not equipped, we're not prepared for it. So we procrastinate. We put it off. That's what procrastination is. It's delaying something until we feel ready to do it, or until we have to do it. And within that hero's journey, again, there comes a point where you've gotten the warning, the call to action so many times, and you just can't stop doing, you can't put it off anymore. You have to make the actions to do it. You have to do something different in order to get the things that you want. And the explorer is the one that says, why don't you just try it? Just do it. Just see what happens and learn something from it. Get some feedback. Connect the patterns of reality even more. And yet our tertiary function, the sidekick here, the stabilizing guardian, is kind of afraid. It's physically comfort seeking. It wants to rely on what happened in the past. And that can be a great thing, to take lessons from the past. That's amazing. Hindsight is awesome. It's extremely helpful. And yet if it's there to serve procrastination, if it's there to serve some emotional state that is not beneficial, then it's going to just keep recycling through the past information. And it's not going to get you into a place of growth. When you are procrastinating, a lot of the times it's, I haven't dealt with this before. I don't know what to do. I don't have a past reference to deal with this. So maybe I should do some research. Maybe I should introspect. Maybe I should meditate and think about it for a while. Maybe I should just play a game and, drown out those negative thoughts. Maybe I should read a book. Whatever it is, it's something to distract you because you're afraid, because you don't have the conviction, the talents, or whatever it is. And you've chunked it up to this massive goal. Like, I got to go slay this dragon. I got to go fight Thanos right now, and I'm not prepared. I don't really know what to do in this situation. And it becomes scary, it becomes difficult, and then it sends you to a place of comfort seeking. And so listening to that voice of the explorer, looping back, how can I innovate? How can I take whatever experiences I had from the past and what's going on now, mash them together and see what happens? And it might even be fun to challenge yourself to think of a way of gamifying it, of adding a time limit to it or something like that, so that you have to use your imagination in a way that's fun to push yourself to a higher level of being. And the last character that we're going to talk about here is the strategizing commander. This is our maverick. This is that kind of rebellious character, but it's also an aspiration. It's kind of like a love interest, right? Like we want that character to be on our team. We're attracted to it in some ways, and yet also it's like it's not really part of the team. It feels different. It feels like it's going in the opposite direction. It feels like it's causing some problems. Sometimes it even feels like a buggy AI that just gets stuck in rocks, right? And you're just trying to escort it along, and you're just like, I can't wield this character. It keeps doing stupid stuff. An extroverted thinking uses evidence-based decision, quick, fast, efficient, effective decisions to progress through life, to achieve the goals. And it's about creating a to-do list. It's about making the decisions. It's about finding the next simplest action that you can do to check off something on a list, right? To make progress. And it's about delegating as well. Like, who else could do this, better than me? Who should be doing it? So you have all these characters, and I think by now, you can see how they're creating procrastination within. And the key to dealing with it, in a lot of ways, is to create an emotional state of conviction that you can replicate within yourself. Think about a time that you felt so convicted about something, that you felt so focused, and like, nothing can stop me. And when introverted feeling makes a decision, when it actually does make a decision, you can't stop it. it's ridiculously motivated. The problem is, not a lot of things are life or death. Not a lot of things they feel that important, right? And so creating some sense of urgency and that it's bigger than just you is one of the key ways that I've learned to deal with procrastination. Another one is to use the strategizing commander in the simplest way possible. Just make a simple to-do list and enjoy checking things off that list. Give that commander something to just be like, oh yeah, we're getting stuff done. Even if it's just like something super small, like open the note program and start typing for 2 minutes. Whatever it is, like reward that aspect of yourself, reward that character within you for taking actions that are serving your introverted feelings, serving the things that you want to get done. And you might be thinking, well, I'm just procrastinating because I don't want to do the thing because it's dumb. Well, that's true. And sometimes like you just got to do things that you don't want to do, right? And that's where that gamifying it, using the explorer, making it kind of exciting to do in some way, focusing on net time, which is no extra time, so study while you're doing it. Learn something. We love learning. We love taking in new ideas and concepts and things like that. So learn while you're doing the chores, while you're cleaning the house or something like that. Find a way of saying, okay, how can I get this done in 10 minutes? How can I make it more efficient? And it's not like the most thrilling thing, of course, but you can find a way of doing it if that is your intention. And with all this, a lot of the efforts will be seen later down the road. Like you'll learn how much you can manage, how big of a chunk, how big of a goal feels right for you and is motivating for you, because you want to hit that sweet spot of like challenge and ease. And eventually down the line, the strategizing commander gets a little bit better at project management and things like that. Even just the term kind of makes me shudder, but it gets better at it, and it starts to learn how to handle resources. How much time is it going to require? How much energy is it going to require? How much money? How is it going to imbalance some sort of ecological situation, like your family time or your sleep time or creativity time or whatever it is? You start to learn those touch points along the way. So those are some ways of dealing with procrastination through understanding yourself as an INFP and leveraging your characters. So remember, 1, make it some sort of emotional conviction. Bring in emotions. That's where we thrive. Bring in your creativity. Find some way to make it enjoyable, to make it different, to shake things up. Know when you are afraid of doing something because it's going to put you out of your comfort zone, and then do it anyway. And also the strategizing commander is going to say, just take things off a list, make it small, break it down into little pieces, and delegate it when you can. If you are interested in more content like this, go to inowfeelpositive.com. It's a program that I made specifically for INFPs to help better understand the characters within. And we bring in neurolinguistic programming and timeline work and creativity and better goal setting, and make sure that you set your life up in a way that is honoring and building rapport with all these different characters within. Keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace.